Hey everyone, I'm DoeJoe. I'm a rapper, battle rapper, and spoken word artist, and welcome to DoeJoe's Corner, the show where we'll have long form conversations about all things rap, battle rap, music, and more. Think inside the actor's studio, but for rappers. Today, I want to talk about battle rap on an international scale, focusing particularly on the French battle rap scene. Today on the show, he's a new talent emerging from the IRL Battle League in France, also getting his name out there internationally on the iBattle Twitter Spaces and platforms such as We the Fans Global. It is Rustique. Welcome
And
to the
my
show,
camera
bro.
isn't working.
There we go. Everything's working today. We've had some technical difficulties today, guys. It's been one of them ones. But we are an audio space, so at the end of the day, you might just have to hear us through audio.
So,
But yeah. How's it going, Rustique?
everything fine. Will be better if
Yeah, running on fumes. But yeah,
if yeah. Well,
yeah. So I found out about you, like I said, through iBattle Twitter Spaces. You battled Spirit, who's an American talent who lives over here in Britain, and that was my discovery of you. How did you get involved with battling on iBattle Spaces and battling in the digital space before then doing live battles?
so yeah, my first battle in English was on Discord. Was by Nox. Nox from my battle was organizing that on Twitch, live on
Mm.
Twitch. And like I always wrote some bars in English on my spare time, and I thought I could rap them. So I battled Mobcap in November.
Right.
Went pretty well. I had some. I started talking with Frank White from With a Fan then, and I thought about doing it again. So I battled at the time. Did like a weekly Spaces event. So I was supposed to battle Spirit one first time. It was delayed to like 2 or 3 weeks later,
Right.
and we did that one.
Okay.
So yeah, I had my second career in English, like with on some digital battles.
Right.
And Spirit was pretty good. I saw that he had his debut battle some
Yeah, not
later
long
that
after. Yeah,
later
yeah.
than that. Yeah.
And how did you find not only translating your style but also rapping in English, um, more so because you obviously you're used to battling in French. How was that
That
transition?
translating my style was the most easy part because like my in French my style is heavily inspired by US battle rap.
Right.
So like in the puncher style in France is not the most common. When in the US is like the most preponderant.
Mm.
And it's what inspires me the most. Like people like from Nitty to work, even the whole new class from URL.
Right.
And but yeah, and I watched a lot of English battle rap. So rapping in English, the most difficult part was the actually rapping, like
Right.
just rapping English when you you can barely talk. I'd say it's the like in French I can be underprepared and still perform good. For English battles, I have to like know exactly every word I'm saying. Because if I have a little, even the smallest mistake,
Mm.
it can fuck up my whole the whole moment. Because
Right.
I'm not used to it. Like I'm not used to that.
Right. And what's your relationship and history with French battle rap as a whole before coming to this space of battling in English or watching English or American battle rap?
Like French battle rap has a kind of a different history from the English one, because it started like in 2011, but I wasn't even in France at the time,
Right.
because I'm actually born in Italy, and I started watching battle rap like very late, like after COVID, and with the Roar, which was a new league that started after the pandemic,
Mm.
and at the time I watched everything that happened before that, what was happening at the moment. So I didn't leave the moment when battle rap was the most popular.
Right.
I discovered it later, and but I fell in love with the sport.
Yeah.
And I quickly started watching American English battle rap, like in 2023, yeah. So
Okay.
like
Wow. Right. Yeah.
no,
So fairly
kind of
recent.
I'm late to both the scenes,
Right.
but I watched everything I missed before.
Right. Right. Yeah. I a similar situation in that. Like I was obviously watching battle rap for ages, but I joined it in this period that we're in now, where it's a bit like you have to really love the shit to be involved in it because you're not necessarily getting the return on numbers or anything like that. So it's an interesting one because it's like the people that are involved now are the people that are passionate about it. So could you tell me a bit about Rap Contenders and what that league's been like? Because from my understanding, from your interview with Frank White on We the Fans Global, I know you were saying Rap Contenders is more similar to like a pen game or a wild and out type situation. But yeah, what like as someone who's been to the events recently, or and as someone who has battled on IRL, which is I'm assuming a different scene to Rap Contenders, how has that been like?
Like Rap Contenders, when they started, they were heavily inspired by Quebec battle rap,
Right.
which is inspired by early Grind Time, early King of the Dot.
Yeah.
And at the time, like battle rap culture was nearly like inexistent in France.
Right.
Like not with it was very different at the time. It was mostly like the jokes you could hear like in the streets of Paris, etc. People like it wasn't you write at the time you wrote a battle, like you wrote either a song or like joking with your friends,
Right.
like a mix of both, but there wasn't a battle rap style. And then it evolved, like, but at least the guy that participated were rappers. Most
Right.
of them had big careers after that,
Mhm.
and that's why most, like, everybody in France knows the first Rap Contenders.
Right.
Like people in France that don't watch battle rap use Rap Contenders as a synonym of battle rap.
Yeah. So much like pen game now for
Yeah. And I think in the Philippines is the same with flip top. Like the kids say, we are doing a flip top.
Yeah.
I know in Quebec they had a big league that was the World Up, and people say the same thing. Like every time a country got a big battle rap scene, a big battle rap league, the name of the league became a synonym of battle rap.
Yeah. It's like when Google becomes a verb.
The same thing.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
then they had the rappers left because they started to have big important careers, etc.
Right.
And they were replaced by people that couldn't rap
Right.
and were doing like stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
So
Right.
like a lot of antics. I always say like the worst years, the worst years of the Rap Contenders are like a mix of Wild and Out, Pen Game, and like the worst years of King of the Dot. Like
Okay. Right.
played out jokes. Like in French, we call them Google jokes. Like when you
like
search like
roast jokes, Wikipedia type.
like, and that's weird because like people reacted, the events sold, so they had no reason to change until after the pandemic,
Right.
when other leagues started working. Because before that, like there were other leagues, but the only point of those leagues was to go on Rap Contenders after.
Right. Okay.
So people like tried that style, etc. So there was like one guy called Nelson Barros, who tried to be a puncher at the time, because he was heavily inspired by URL at the time. He rapped a lot like B Magic,
Okay.
at the time. Yeah. But he was the only one. He had a rap contenders battle, and it didn't work at all. Like he never did a battle again after that.
Right. Yeah.
But nowadays, everybody calls him like he was just ahead of his time.
Right. Yeah.
Because after pandemic, leagues like the Roar and IRL were created, with the focus of being like real battle rap.
Yeah, all
Like-
very very bars based.
Yeah, people simply just doing a battle, because at the time there were stories of like people rehearsing together their own
Yeah.
battle. Everything was judged, even when it didn't really counted, and the judges didn't know battle rap,
Mm.
so it everything was shaky. So they
Yeah.
kind of changed the formula after the pandemic, and after they started to really have concurrence, like other leagues to fight with.
Right.
But yeah, no, even right now the state of the league is really shaky, because like there are no battle rap fans in France.
Right. It's just
Like
just
there are
fans.
the small niche of people that watch Raw and IRL.
Yeah.
But the average guy in France doesn't care about battle rap, and Rap Contenders try to pander to the average guy
Right. Yeah.
that
yeah.
doesn't
very,
care.
Very mainstream style.
So you try to be mainstream to an audience that doesn't exist and
Yeah.
doesn't care, because for people battle rap was like how do you say, a trend 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So they don't really care about that.
Yeah. Nice. So we're talking about Rap Contenders and relating it to, say, something like Flip Top, where a lot of the battlers, so like with Flip Top, Loonie, who's their biggest battler, is the equivalent of like a Drake or a Kendrick battling, because he's an artist. Similar with like Oxxxymiron in Russia. What is the French? Who's the French example of that at Rap Contenders?
They were at the time, like at the start of the league, but they stopped battle rap. Like Nekfeu did the first, and he even battled in Quebec.
Okay.
And he is nowadays he got some allegations, etc. But it was like one of the biggest seller in France.
Right.
Alpha 1, 2, we did the Rap Contenders, I think the first or the second edition, and
Right.
he is still active, etc.
Nice.
So I think the biggest rapper that came out of Rap Contenders is Nekfeu, like clearly. But there are
I recognize the name.
yeah, no, he there was a time he was, I think he did the biggest numbers in France.
Right.
And there are some of them like Gizmo, he did the first edition, and he's still rapping today.
Right.
And there are some of them, yeah. But Nekfeu will be the biggest. Like I think he still has the most viewed French battle.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Like it's still him versus Logique Constantine, who is a guy that did one battle and got smoked.
All right. Okay. So before we get into the story of like IRL and everything like that, you, to my understanding, went to a Rap Contenders event recently. You saw Dizaster's battle in France against Lunik Grio, right?
Yeah.
How was that experience? Because obviously we were saying like how Rap Contenders was a bit more on the mainstream side, or kind of stuck in the past a bit. How was it like watching an event from them with someone like a Diz battling there?
Yeah, but I feel like I think the last 2-3 or events from Rap Contenders, because at the time I was in Paris, so really easy for me. And I gotta correct myself, because they still can have good battles that want to be real battle rap. I'm doing air quotes right now.
Okay, right.
Because like there are some people that are like infiltrating themselves in the league, like to change it from inside.
Right.
But on the biggest, like these on Rap Contenders, he had it was a really special performance, because he was like speaking English and trying to speak French sometimes. And it was a more comedic disaster than what you can see like on when he battles in America.
Right.
And Lunik had long rounds, like always. So it was more of like a funny experience than a real battle, because nobody was saying somebody won, somebody lost. It was fun to see Dizaster in France try to pander to the crowd using his references. We were kind of shocked, because he name dropped a lot of French battlers in his battle.
All right.
And in response, Lunik did the classic URL battlers scheme. Like I got clips
Right.
full of my
Yeah, yeah,
shotting wheel, my
yeah, yeah.
everything. Yeah. He said shotgun loaded looks like
Right.
mispronouncing the loaded
Yeah,
blocks.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
he did
yeah.
everything. He did everything.
It's like if
So
he went
yeah.
over there and was just trying to pander to what was on the card.
Yeah, no, it was kind of fun to watch, but
Nice.
not a real battle. And it's fun because like now it's on YouTube and it people don't care. Like the battles doesn't do that much views. Like it's a 36,000 the last time I checked.
That's still nice.
Yeah, but it's like the Rap Contenders used to do like 200,000 at least, even for rookies.
Right, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you watch, and I'm talking about like Rap Contenders 16th edition, like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So even past their primes, like right now, they're past their prime, who's past their prime.
Yeah. The vibe I get at the moment, and let me know if I'm wrong with how I've seen it, but I get the vibe that Rap Contenders, when it popped off, and even kind of now, is similar to when Don't Flop boomed over here, and then from the response to that, we then now, in terms of battlers kind of honing into the more niche side of things of battle rap, or the more like more bar punch side of things with Premier Battles. And my assumption and parallel that I've seen is maybe the same thing with IRL in response to Rap Contenders. Would you say that's the case, or how do you see
Yeah.
it?
I don't know everything about what happened with Don't Flop and Premiere, but I kind of
Right.
get it, and it will be like the same thing. IRL is often make the parallel with iBattle,
Mm.
because a lot of people on IRL started on during the pandemic, doing Discord battles, etc.
Yeah.
Facebook battles also.
Yeah.
And after the pandemic, they made their own league, and like people like Fibo, Nox, they started on IG during the pandemic,
Yeah.
and then they went to iBattle after.
Yeah.
So and yeah, but it's a Roar also is like is the Roar League was literally a response to Rap Contenders,
Okay, I see. Right.
because
So,
it
so
was
Raw
it
first, and then IRL.
yeah because it was founded by previous rappers from Rap Contenders
Right. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they were the most like the fans loved them, but they wasn't like acknowledged by the league because they wasn't the most mainstream, the accessible for the mainstream.
Right.
So they just dropped the Rap Contenders and made their own league after the pandemic.
Nice.
And
Okay.
then they picked people that were doing Discord battles to come on their league. So
Okay.
like Wolf was doing Facebook battles during the pandemic,
Yeah.
and his first battle is on the third edition of the Roar against like a top tier of the Rap Contenders.
Okay.
So
All right.
they were
Nice.
they were picking like people that never battled
Yeah.
and put them against top tiers
Yeah.
to it was the whole concept at the time.
Nice.
And no, it was the run of the first like 5-6 editions of the Roar was really crazy, because they were doing like an events every 2 months with crazy cards, because they were mixing people that the real niche fans knew, because they was following the Discord battles, etc.
Right.
And versus top tiers, they start like at the 6th edition they got Suspecté from Quebec.
Yeah. He's battled Mo Pesci. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. They got Suspecté that battled Benefic. Benefic is a guy that started. He started before the pandemic, but he had a run at the start of the Roar.
Right.
And even that wasn't like the rankings wouldn't do that. Like that wouldn't be the battle according to the rankings, because Suspecté is supposed to be a legend, and Benefic has like 2 years of battling, but they were doing matchups like that, and it was really, really interesting. So yeah, and the people that started battling in the Roar made then their own league, which is IRL.
Right, I see. Nice. Yeah, I think that kind of is. I think that's a similar thing across the board with battle rap nowadays. Is like the tier system. It becomes more and more invisible because of how not smaller things are getting, but how niche things are. Where this inexplainable thing of tears is becoming less and less needed now, I think. So yeah, and it's the same over here, in that you'll get a lot of vets from years ago now battling the newcomers and people that would have grown up watching them. So I think
Yeah.
there's less of a gap now. Um, yeah. So how do how do I phrase this? Um, how is the French scene in regards, well, more so from the IRL fans and scene? How do they view international battle rap? Are they tuned in, or are they more focused on the French side of things, or are they more focused on Quebec? How does that work?
The more niche fans know about Quebec, everybody knows about the Quebec scene,
Right.
because since the start, the France and the Quebec scene were like the at the very first edition of Rap Contenders, Filigrane battled there, and Filigrane founded the World Up, which is the main league, was the main league in Quebec.
Right.
So the French battle rap started with Quebec side by side,
Right.
Roar even had a French versus Quebec event. So people, they know that there is battle rap in Quebec. Not everybody watches them like they watch battle rap in France.
Mm.
The niche fan do.
All right.
But and like, of course, everybody knows that there is a battle rap in the US and in the UK. But most of the fans don't watch it because the average French isn't good enough in English to watch
Right.
to understand battle rap. It's
Okay.
really that simple.
Right.
Yeah, the average French guy can understand some bars if it's subtitled.
Right.
But a whole battle with American slang, with bars to understand,
Yeah.
it's not the easiest. Yeah. I've tried, like, since I started, because everybody knows I'm heavily inspired by the US. So
This is
a
what
lot
I was
of
going to
people
link to. Yeah.
are trying to watch US battle rap to understand my inspiration, no?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
what I was getting. That's what I was going to link to, because from watching your battle with Wolf, and obviously I'm watching it with the subtitles, but I can also tell from your performance, not in a way of you've got your own style, obviously, but I can tell you're influenced by a puncher style. And then
yeah,
I'm watching it, and Wolf is referencing Rum Nitty battles and stuff like that. So like I can tell that that's
yeah,
in your orbit. Whereas, yeah,
yeah.
like you're saying,
But
yeah, French fans aren't necessarily tuning into that previously.
But I think it's funny because in the last year the American battler they heard about the most is probably Nitty,
Right.
because I battle, like, in my fourth battle is a one rounder against the which is considered the goat in France, which is
Mm.
Chief.
Okay.
Chief, yeah, no, he has that status. He's one of the founders of the Roar, and yeah, most of people put him in as the goat, yeah.
Right.
And he told me, he the angle he used against me was, you copied this bar from Remnidi and this bar from Remnidi. So people was like, no Remnidi for that. They in
Right.
France,
Yeah.
it's funny, in France, Remnidi is known as the guy that Rustique copies,
Yeah.
and that's kind of it
Right. Right.
for the angle. But so
But
yeah,
hey,
and
it's getting people into Rum Nitty, so that's there's all good
yeah.
stuff around that.
Wolf said that to me. He said, "You are the type to say, but at least people watch from Nitty thanks to me."
Yeah.
He literally said that. Yeah, but Wolf knows, of course, he knows Ramnidi and battle
Yeah.
rap, US battle rap since, like, before the pandemic, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
he's the one that could use talk about it against me, the more being pertinent.
yeah. Oh, I mean, I recommend people, like, obviously there is going to be a language divide, but I mean, YouTube was also now doing auto dubbing, but I haven't gotten into that. But like, I recommend watching some of your battles to fans with the subtitles on, because even with the translation, you're still getting the essence of what's being said, even if it isn't necessarily rhyming in English. But like what I got from the IRL scene is like everyone's really excited to hear punches over there, and it's shot really well, and it's a very lively scene. And yeah, I recommend that people go watch You versus Wolf, because
Yeah,
that's what I was
yeah.
getting from that. Like we were talking about this off cam the other day. Like yeah, the cinematographer Maidstone, I really like how he shoots the battles over there.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the IRL crowd is. I've been to a lot of events, and I think it's really the best.
yeah,
Because you won't have a lot of people. Like the last event, we were less than 100, because it's like 60 places, 60 tickets, and the rest is
right,
like the staff, the cameraman, etc. So I think yeah, 100 people. But everybody is fan of everything. If it's good, they will react. There are
right,
some leagues like if they don't like the style, they won't react. They won't understand it. But like TRL, everybody is yeah, everybody will react a lot, show love. You will get pushed out of the stage
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're good enough. Yeah, no.
Nice.
So yeah, and especially like the puncher style in France at IRL, it's where it's the most like accepted.
Right.
But yeah, it's complicated because like at the Rap Contenders, you can't. You really can't. So don't even think about it. Roar is more complicated than that, because at the when they started, they were their whole like artistic direction was we are the league of the bars, of the punches, etc.
Mm.
But then it kind of went faded away,
Right.
because most of the people that tried to punch at the time weren't good. There are people that like they've been battling for 10 years, and they tried to change their whole style, and they just couldn't do it right.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were tired of the punch style after 1 year, 2 years.
Interesting.
And it's like it's been 1 year when actually it's where I started battling that people started to punch again. But I won't take the whole merit. But yeah,
Hey man,
people,
take it. We don't
I
know,
will,
so you can run with that.
I will totally care. You know, I will totally take it, because like yeah, no, people kind of abandoned the idea and of punching, because they just weren't good. I found they were like very they were punching with the word bars. Just I'll put a bar there, and I'll hit you with my bars, and yeah, I have a round. I have bars in my round, like a wheel, and
So
and shut the fuck up, please. Like
Is
yeah,
it the equivalent of like a battler here adding lyrical to a punchline?
yeah, and like if you watch a battle from the Roar 1 or 2 or 3, there are some good punches, but a lot of them are people punching with the words round, bar, and line. Like I have lines in my round, like a bicycle wheel, and some people thought punching was just that.
Yeah.
And they said, no, people are overreacting. It's not that good. We don't care. Where are the mom jokes, actually?
right. Yeah.
So it kind of went away. There was a whole like we called it the elegance meta for the time, because the main style for like the like 2022 and 2023 was people rhyming very good, and that's kind of the whole thing.
Right.
Like people looking like they didn't actually care about the battle, rhyming very good. That was the main style for a time.
Right.
And personally, there are some people that are very good. You have very good battles like that. It's like less frontal and more look how good I write.
Yeah. More flexy.
Yeah. And it's why not? Like multis are part of the game.
Yeah.
But just having multis and you talk about the city, because there are people doing thematic round about the city, about thing we don't really care about, and like starting in 2024, but especially 2025, especially IRL, there was a counter meta of, if you watch IRL 11, the whole second part of the event is only people like every battle looks like a grudge match.
Oh, okay.
It's not, but it looks like that because we were tired of people not really attacking each other, and just oh look how I am a good writer, but writer like in the author sense, not in a rap writer sense.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. Now the scene is small, so it can change very quick.
Okay. Nice.
But
And
right now
how
I
do you
like where
see it?
we.
Yeah.
Hmm?
How
right
do you
now,
see it? Yeah. How do you see it right now?
right now, I think it's a good point because a good point. It's complicated because the views aren't there at all. Like there was a time battles were doing even when the roar started, they were doing like 20K with rookie battles. Even we don't have that anymore. But in a pure artistic point of view, I think it's the best it's ever been. Like even if you watch even in the first IRL events, the average level was kind of they were rookies, you know. Right now on a IRL card, but even on a roar card, everybody is good. Everybody is good. You can have we lack people that are active, so because like you don't gain a lot of money, you don't gain nothing actually by battling.
No,
So
it's same here.
yeah, because if you take the French roster, it's very good. The average level is very high. You have a lot of matchups that haven't been done, but a half of that will battle once a year, once every 2 years. They won't battle except it's another top tier. They won't battle unless they're paid I don't know 400, and there is no money, so you can pay them. So that's kind of a problem. I think that right now that's the main problem because I know people that book IRL cards, for example, and I know that the undercard is so difficult to book because you have 5 good people, you book them, and the rest you have to book with all due respect, like no names that aren't that good, but you can do a card with 5 battles.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of similarities with Premier Battles and IRL Battle League in that, like you said, like the talent is at its best, but it's at a point where the eyes aren't necessarily there, and then you've got a thing of I can't speak to fully to IRL fans, but like over here is a case of like fans who grew up watching UK battle rap then aren't welcoming new people because they want to go, where's this vet from a decade ago, or where's
we totally
the
get
event
that.
from featuring those people, and they won't be necessarily as open to new styles. However, whilst it's not at its most accessible, the content is some of the best content at the moment.
We got that with Rap Contenders fan actually. Like if you watch the comments on a Rap Contenders battle, everybody's asking when is X guy coming back? X guy hasn't battled since 2012 actually. He won't come back. Stop waiting for him. They ask like, okay, the main guy on Rap Contenders has been for like about 15 years. I think he stopped battling last year. Wojtek is.
I was going to ask about him, but I didn't know how to say his name.
But I never actually, when I did the interview with Frank White, I on purpose didn't talk about Wojtek.
Okay.
Because I think he did the most damaging impact on battle rap you could ever have. Because like he's a guy that comes from slam poetry.
Okay.
His whole style was just saying how he was going to have sex with his opponent.
Right. Okay.
But he had a crazy projection, crazy like aura, and people thought that battle rap was that for 15 years.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Because when so just to add some context, I've got like a childhood friend of mine who also raps in France called Donkey Boy, and I was asking him about not only the French rap but the French battle rap scene, and he mentioned I can't pronounce his name. Help me out here.
Wojtek, yeah.
Wojtek. Yes, that was a name I knew about, but yeah, it's interesting to hear that because like similarities here in terms of the melting pot between rappers or people that are spoken word artists or people that are more comedy based, and what people do and don't like and what is and isn't damaging for the scene. And there's a lot of similarities because a lot of people got into UK battle rap through watching Blizzard versus Mark Grist, which is a rapper versus a spoken word artist. So it's interesting to see the parallels there.
Like French battle rap has a lot of different profiles.
Right.
Some of them, like you will have the battle rap fan that started battling, like people like me and most of the guys from IRL. Like I've never dropped the track in my life, but I know battle rap. I know how to rap in a battle rap contest. Context.
Yeah.
There are people that started by they have a music career, and either they have the like LDP. LDP is a guy from IRL that has his music career and his battle rap career, but he doesn't see his battle rap career as a way to show make light on his music career. He's not using battle rap. A lot of the people that try battle rap are doing that,
right?
Because it worked 15 years ago.
Yeah, it doesn't work now.
And it doesn't work now. So you have a lot of people doing 1 battle, 2 battles. Most of the rookies from Rap Contenders are like that, by the way.
Right.
They're like local rappers that are trying to blow up through battle rap, but it doesn't work.
Right.
You will have the people that come from that are theater kids, that come from slam poetry, that come from regular poetry. And that's most of the regional leagues, and to be honest, I can't name one of them that is actually good.
Okay.
And that's a big part of the scene, because I think battle rap in France has never been respected.
No,
because like when it was like a trend 15 years ago, it was fun. After that, the mainstream stopped just knowing it existed.
Right.
And the people that was doing it didn't respect it either. They saw it as a way to make light on their primary career.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, we had that starting out, but like that definitely was people trying to jumpstart their career through battling, but it was there's only rare occasions of that, either intentionally or just through happenstance. So, for instance, Professor Green, when he was battling on Jump Off, that's how he then won a record deal. But then that's Jump Off before, like decades ago, and then in 2012. Around 2012 times with Lunik, doing 5 battles and then getting a music career out of that. It's very rare now.
Nowadays it's never up. Like actually, Rap Contenders are trying to do the opposite right now.
Okay.
Like they're trying to book not even rappers, but like Instagram influencers. To battle. And
okay, interesting.
I think it's even worse because like they nearly had a guy that Kader Diaby is a guy that he has a rap career, but he's mostly known as an Instagram influencer.
Right.
They had him battle. And he nearly had a title shot. And he always said that battle rap is not interesting, not his main career.
Right.
He doesn't know battle rap history because they had him they tried to book him in Quebec and in a show, and he didn't know a single battler from Quebec.
Right.
He battled Franco Bucci. Franco Bucci is now the champion of Rap Contenders, and he's from Quebec. And he's actually a legend. He has a very long career, etc. Kader Diaby battled him, and he had 3 rounds about Quebec in general.
Right. Yeah.
Because he didn't know anything about him.
Yeah.
But Rap Contenders, as a league, doesn't care either about battle rap. I think. They try to separate separate themselves from the rest of the scene.
Okay.
Because you will never see them acknowledge other leagues, or even the people that, come cazzo si dice, the guys that sorry,
That's all right.
they handle the league.
Mm.
They never speak publicly about anything.
Right.
They don't talk about battle rap. You can have a conversation with them. People on something about the founders of the Roar, the founders of IRL. They are battlers.
Yeah, the fans.
Other Rap Contenders, they never battled. People that have make the decisions for Rap Contenders are not battlers. Yeah, and that's the main difference. I think they had a similar discussion in American battle rap, because a lot of leagues are from battlers. Like Calico has his league, Lex started battling. Even Organic was a battler when he started. Mm-hmm. So they understand as the point. They got the point of view of the artist. Yeah. Rap Contenders founders don't get it at all. Interesting. Like the main founder battled too, but he stopped in 2016, I think, and he isn't on the staff of Rap Contenders anymore. Right. And he was the one making good decisions. So and he left. So the state of battle rap in France is very complicated about everything except the artistic point of view.
Right. I think that's across the board though, and it's shown just how similar and how these things aren't divided through countries, because even with what you're saying about Instagram content creators battling, that's happened over here at Pen Game. Scams is a battler on Pen Game and is also just a fan of battle rap in general, but he battled someone on Pen Game called Too Mad, spelled 2 and then MWAD, and that guy is just a content creator, but he just started fucking around on Pen Game. So it happens, but it's interesting to hear the perspective of with what you're saying is how kind of industry based or not accessible the promoters of Rap Contenders are, because it seems a bit more wanting to be on the industry side and necessarily not actually doing it through a love of the scene or wanting to throw battles on. So it's interesting to then hear, Dizaster battling over there, if considering that they're not necessarily tapped in. It seems like it'd be a missed opportunity for them.
I think Dizaster is kind of the only American battler that people in France know. Right. So they thought maybe booking him was they could have some views, some more views, etc. I don't know, because I know after that they booked Eddie Ventura, which is a guy from Portugal. Okay. For a smaller event that they throw. Yeah. And maybe that's the point of booking Dizaster was to have more international battles. Yeah. To maybe look more professional to the mainstream in France. Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't know what are their plans. Right, but they make a questionable decision.
Right. What are your plans with battling on IRL and Raw? What are your hopes at the moment?
I dropped an hit list recently, because I'm already booked for the next IRL event. Roar are less active, and they too have some trouble with organization, etc. But I think they will have an event on September. Okay. And I hope maybe I will contact them, because I'm not a regular from there. I'm not in the roster. I had one battle there. Right. And I was very sick. Okay. So maybe they think I'm trash. I don't know. but yeah, I really hope to battle there too, because only battling in IRL, you just can't battle a lot, because we have like 3 events a year.
Right.
And
Okay.
when you watch when you see in the US, there are people battling
Yeah.
40 times a year,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And I wish I could battle this much, but in France, I think even if you do every single event, every single event you have in a year, it's like 10, 11, not that much. So so yeah, if I can do like IRL, if it was for me, I do every IRL event, every raw event, and there will be even a third league I could do.
Right.
But right now, if you are like, I'm still doing air quotes, like a real battle rapper, you can do those 2 leagues and that's it.
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
you can have like regional leagues, but are like you will do 200 views, and the crowd will be like old people and randoms that never saw a battle in their life. So I don't know if that's the best environment.
Right.
Like there is a guy from IRL that went to one of those leagues, and he literally battled on the street, like in the street. There were no lights. It started raining during the event, so like
Shit.
no, the organization is really complicated.
Right.
On the smaller leagues, because like in the US, you will have like somebody like Danny Myers battling in a random league in Vermont, but there the crowd knows who he is.
Yeah.
In France, if I go battle in a small league, it's not that they don't know me; they don't know what we are doing.
Right. Okay.
So it's not really the best. Like battle rap culture in France doesn't exist. French battle rap culture does,
right?
But it's battle rap from 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. If you ask a random person who is like 20 to 30 years old to, hey, do a battle right now, he will say, okay, your mom, he's a whore, and that's it. So not the. That's not what you're doing.
Not
what
the
you're
modern style of.
People don't know that. They don't know that this exists. They don't know it. Yeah.
So on We the Fans Global, you talked about Krome. So now I know about Krome, because he's a French Canadian battler. He's battled on leagues like iBattle, but then obviously he battled on King of the Dot. He battled over here in England, but for King of the Dot, he battled Hulk, who's a battler I've battled as well.
I didn't know it was on England, this one.
Yeah. So King of the Dot held an event in England with Chalked Out Battle League. Now, Chalked Out was run by Shocks the Rebel, and that was kind of after Don't Flop, and as Don't Flop was kind of dwindling at that time. So I think it was when Shocks won the Don't Flop champion, the Don't Flop title match. Not long after that, he then ran Chalked Out, and in collaboration, they did some events with King of the Dot. And so, for instance, when you see Sol versus Tony D, that's a King of the Dot and Chalked Out event. And then there was an event where I don't know if it was the same venue. It might have been. I'm not sure. But there was an event where King of the Dot brought round loads of people with them. So they brought like Lucifer came down to battle Bobby Rex. Krome came down to battle Hulk. Peanut came down to battle Matter. Lots of matches like that. So that's how I know about Krome, but I didn't know about him in terms of his battles in Quebec and speaking and battling in French. And I saw that you mentioned that he's a dream battle of yours. Break that down for me.
Because Krome, like, actually, he had his career in English, and then I think he didn't stop. He did like 2 English battles after that, but he was focused on French battles. So he had at the end of the World Cup, so like I think it was in 2018, he started battling in French.
Right.
And he had my very favorite French battle of all time. It's his first battle in French.
Okay.
In Quebec versus Skywakka.
Right.
And then he's less active right now. He did a battle in France last year.
Okay.
And I actually he may be the people know people know that he did battle in English, but they haven't seen them for the most.
Right. Okay.
Even though he battled JC, he battled DNA, he battled Charon, and
Pesci,
yeah, and I'm like his first battle in French are like my favorite battles in French that exist, and yeah, he was like. Of course, he was bringing the American battle rap style, cause that's the style he had. Cause there are a lot of battlers in Quebec that also battled in English, but it's like the only one that had a true career in both.
Right.
Like, and that is still active right now. Cause I know he watched my battle versus Wolf, cause he shared it on Instagram.
Right.
Because I remixed one of his lines, and we told a little, etc. So he's still very active in the community, and he made my favorite battle, so it's kind of my dream match. I saw Opa saying something like that, like he said his favorite battle is Nitty versus Iron Solomon. So his two dream match are Nitty and Iron Solomon. And I kind of the same logic with Krome and Skywakka.
Nice. And do you see those battles happening soon, or do you think that's like kind of more of a pipe dream?
Krome may never happen because he doesn't battle a lot.
Right.
He went in France like once, and his opponent used the angle like you are very difficult to book against him, and I think it's part of the problem where people ask him to do a certain battle, he will say if they have the money to pay me. So I think it's not very accessible. Skywakka, on the other side, I think he's more accessible because like he battles a lot. He's come in France like I think 7 or 8 times or even more. I don't know. Right. And he even said he wants to battle me.
Nice.
So this one is kind of accessible. Maybe at the we were actually supposed to battle at the last Raw event, but couldn't do that because the league couldn't pay his travel.
Oh, okay. Right.
So we booked another match against a guy from IRL that I recommended to the league. And then Skywakka told me, "Damn, I could have paid my own part of my ticket if they told me, but it was already too late." But I would love to do those two battles. Krome is like it's like my end game.
Nice.
Will be my end game. Skywakka is kind of more accessible.
Nice. Okay. Unfortunately, due to just stuff with StreamYard, I will have to wrap up soon. But what I do want to ask you about, we kind of talked a bit about it off cam, but we'll bring it back for a brief time here. Is obviously these battles are all in French, but I saw you battle in English against Spirit, obviously through Spaces. Is battling it live in English something you see happening in the future, or how do you feel about that aspect in general?
If the main issue is my my English level. If I better my English and I have an occasion to battle in English, I will not hesitate. I know actually iBattle could book me if I was there.
Yeah. I think you also do really well on Premier Battles as well.
Yeah, clearly that I would love.
And like you say, like with your English, but we're having a perfectly fighting conversation. There's nothing broken. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I understand the brain power in terms of like the actual for actual rhymes. I can understand.
Yeah, for the rhymes, it's very different actually, because how the vowels and the sounds are different between languages.
Right.
But there's that. There's a lot of things. But yeah, like if I live 1 year in an English-speaking country, I think I could battle easily after that.
Hey man, just watch all the Nitty battles and you'll be fine. But this has been really, really dope, man, and I think that is something you should consider going forward, like especially with Premier Battles and iBattle, like you said. I mean, the iBattle scene already know of you and received your content well. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's definitely something to consider, man. And yeah, I really appreciate you taking your time to chop this up with me. And it's been dope to get your perspectives on things and also talk about things that we're not all privy to. Like I love international battle rap, and I try and stay in tune with it as much as possible. But this is all new to me because of I don't speak French. I don't know about the cultural divides at the moment. So this has been really dope to talk about and see the similarities, like we were talking about with Rap Contenders and Pen Game and Don't Flop.
Yeah. But I
Yeah,
knew like the UK and the France scene got some similarities.
yeah,
I didn't know it was this similar actually. But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And where can people find you for all things battle rap moving forward?
All my battles are actually on IRL. Stay tuned because my battle on my Roar battle is dropping soon. Follow me on Instagram, Rustique. It's like Rustique but with a W instead of the R. And and yeah, I'm battling soon in less than 2 months, in 50 days actually.
Nice.
And I might snatch my own battle of the year. My own battle of the year, because right now me versus Wolf is battle of the year,
Nice.
and my next battle is probably a contender for battle of the year.
Let's
So
go, man.
yeah, the 2026 is actually my year, and shout
Nice
out
one,
to
bro.
everybody else for trying.
Shout out everyone for trying. But yeah, no, highly recommend checking them out and yeah, following IRL Battle League and I need to do some looking into with Raw as well. So for the fans out there, that's Raw as in ROAR. Yeah, and this has been Dojo's Corner episode 3. You can find me on all social medias at DoeJoe'S. And yeah, we'll see you guys out there for in the future. I don't know what that outro was. It was not smooth, but yeah, salute.